I hope you're having a fabulous Thursday. Thanks so much for joining me. Well, today I'm going to be creating with a couple new items that were designed by Simon Hurley over at the Spellbinders Shop. I love magnolias, and I was excited about this. This is the Spring Magnolia Press Plate and die set. So there's press plates, there's greetings, and there's dies. I've been doing a lot of better press today, but I thought I would break out my hot foil and see what this does. My glimmer machine actually took a nosedive. Let me show you. I think I overworked it. This is my old one. It just went, it didn't light up anymore, so I ended up buying a new one. And it's nice and shiny and new, and I have it heating up over here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and add our plates to this so we can start it. And I want to create a full background with these magnolias. So we're going to just layer them on here. I'll probably do 2 panels. Since we have a coordinating die set, I want to make sure that... Okay, well, we're going to let that heat up a little bit. And in the meantime, I want to share with you a new embossing folder that's called Woven from Simon Hurley. I think this is perfect for spring cards. I love any kind of woven pattern. Look how pretty that is. And we're going to use this in our background for our card today. Okay, to do my foiling, I'm going to bring in my quick trimmer, and I thought we would foil with some of my Spellbinders matte gold foil. And my light went off, so let's press that timer. I'm going to use let's use my foil blade, and I'll go ahead and trim a piece. I'm actually going to trim a couple, because since this is a new glimmer machine, I don't know what kind of sandwich I need. So we're going to have a couple extra pieces of foiling here. I'm going to go with 3. Okay, we'll put this back, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab my foil here. If you guys are new to glimmering, it's been a while since I've glimmered, but your plates go face up, your foil goes face down, and then you add your cardstock. And then I'm going to unhinge this, and then I'm going to add both of my plates. I'm not going to add any shim right now because I want to see what it does. Let's bring in my Platinum 6. And I'm going to run it through here. I forgot about the speed bumps. I'm so used to doing the better pressing, and I know this is completely different, but let's see. Oh my gosh. Wow, my sandwich was lovely. Look at that. That is stunning. I know this is a better press plate, but it foils beautifully. I'm going to make one more of this. Let's do it again. We'll connect it back in there. I'm going to add another piece of foil. Since my plate's already heated up, I think I can foil twice before I have to reheat it. So let's go ahead and add our top plate and our shim, and we'll run this through once more, and I will see if we have the same results. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Yes, that's beautiful. Okay, And I'm going to plug this back in to my docking station, and I'm going to remove the large one here, and I'm going to replace it with a greeting from our Magnolia, Spring Magnolias. Today let's do, there's 3 greetings. We have I love you, happy Mother's Day, and so grateful for you. I think we're going to do so grateful for you. We'll just place that on there. And I'll let that heat up. Now for our Magnolia, I'm going to color it in with some warm grays and some pinks. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. I want to press that timer. Now these are the colors that I'm going to use. I'm going to color in my images. And I'm just going to do some basic coloring. Okay, I'm just finishing up a little bit of my coloring. And let's add some foil and cardstock here. And I will run this through my die cut machine. Okay, we will run this through. This is the panel that has our greeting. And I think this is the first time I've ever foiled with my Better Press. But you can't get any more, this is way better than embossing in my opinion. For you to use gold embossing powder, it would not be as crisp as this. So stunning. Okay, I'm going to turn off my machine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of music. I'm just probably going to finish this one up here, and then when I'm done coloring, I will get you back. Coloring is all done for this panel. I'm going to go ahead and color in the rest of my images here, and when I'm done coloring, I will be right back. All my images have been colored in. I do want to mention that while I was coloring, I did this intentional. On my very first one, this was actually a petal from a magnolia. I just turned it into a leaf because I wanted more green here. And I do also want to mention that this is the same flower here and here. You can see I colored in a leaf here, and this one I didn't. But this, if you, let's see, where was that flower at? Right here. This flower and this flower and this cluster are almost identical. So if you want to layer it, that's probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to layer these on top of the flourish that has the closed flower to create extra dimension on my card today. Okay, at first I thought maybe I had too many, but if I do some layering, I think it's going to work out fabulous. let's go ahead and take the coordinating die set, and we're going to die cut out all of our images. And I love that you can use your Better Press plates with the Glimmer Hot Foil System. So nice. We're just going to lay this up, and I'm going to die cut everything out. And there's coordinating dies that will cut out the greeting too. So I'll cut out my greeting. I have everything die cut out. And we're going to put these all to the side. I think we have plenty for our background. I'm going to bring in our woven 3D embossing folder. I'm going to use white cardstock. We'll line it up, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine, and we'll emboss this panel. So this is what the woven looks like. I think the dimension on here is just stunning. I'm going to bring in my grip mat, and I'm also going to bring in some of my Distress Oxide ink. I'm using pumice stone, and I thought we'd add a little bit of color over. So I'm going to use my brayer, and I'm just going to pick up some ink here. I want my background kind of subtle, so our background has a little bit of color in there. Okay, let's put this to the side, and I'm going to take this entire panel and I'm going to adhere it to the front of my A2 size card base. Since we have texture on here, I'm going to use my Spellbinders tape runner. I'll flip these around. Now's the fun part when we get to arrange our flowers. Now I mentioned that you could do layering with, let me show you the flower, with this flower here. These flowers look different, but it's the one that I created a leaf with. But with this flower here, it looks really similar to this flower. In fact, let me show you. Almost identical. So if you were to layer it right on top, you could do that with this flourish. But I also noticed that you could actually layer it on this flower too. This looks pretty similar here. So you can see the die cut here lines up beautifully. And then if you put it over here, you can get away with layering it on this one too. So I love that. This flower can be layered on both of the larger flourishes. I want a lot of dimension on my card. Okay, I'm going to bring in some foam squares, and we're going to add our florals to the background. I'm not going to remove the release paper just yet because I'm going to play around with the placement. And I think that's going to work out lovely. So we're going to remove the release paper and just tack these down. Okay, I'm going to press down really good. And I'm loving the way this looks. I'm going to use my scissors, and anything overhanging I'm just going to trim off. And the nice thing about doing this is if I have any larger pieces, I can fill in any gaps. Let me see. I have these pieces here. I can fill in any open spaces. I might want to fill in on my background here. That one worked out perfect. Okay, we'll put these aside. And then I have an extra piece that I'm going to put on the inside. And I'll use my tape runner for this. just trim this away. That looks really pretty on the inside too. Okay, and then we have the layering pieces that I mentioned. Now I have a lot of dimension on here with my regular foam squares. These are Spellbinders regular 2mm, but Spellbinders also has a more shallow foam square. Let me show you the difference. You can see these ones are about half the width. Well, this is 1mm, this is 2mm. So I'm going to use a thinner foam square to do the layering with this. And we'll just add a little extra dimension here. And I think I'll put it over here. And we'll put this last one over here. And that worked out wonderful. I went ahead and put some small foam squares behind my greeting that says, "I'm so grateful for you." And I'm going to add it up here. And for finishing touches, I'm going to bring in some of my Spellbinders Color Essential Gems. I'm using the gold mix. The gold mix has two different colors. I'm going to use the lighter color here. And I love the small ones. I'm just going to add a few to the center of my flowers. And that will finish off my card today. I think the magnolias are just stunning. I just love using the Better Press plates with my Glimmer Hot Foil machine. I think you should give it a try. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a lovely day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.